Peace, family. It's your brother Romeezy, and I'm back in the Feezy and the Heezy for Sheezy. Nah, for real. What's going on, everybody? It's Romel. How you guys doing? Good morning, grand rising, whatever your vibe is. Hey, top of the top. So I made a list of things I wish someone would have told me before pursuing a career in Hollywood. All right, and I want to share it with y'all. Number one is put God first. This industry is wicked. It is not of God. It is literally of the enemy. And you can interpret that however you want to interpret it. But listen, if you don't put God first and submit to God, you will be lost in the sauce, because if you submit to him, he will help guide you in order to make the right decisions and stay away from certain things. If you're in Hollywood and you look around you, you understand what's going on, all right? So you have to submit to God and let him guide you, or else you'll just be out here confused, lost in the sauce. And who wants to get lost in the sauce? Because when you get lost in the sauce, nobody can really taste you feel me? Number two is have an overall plan of action, okay? Do not come out here without a game plan. This business is way too competitive for you to just be going with the motions and not knowing what you're doing. You will get eaten alive. Nobody is your friend. You might think some people are your homies, but wait until you start doing your own stuff and start putting yourself out there. You'll see who supports you and who don't. What I've learned is most of your peers look at you as a competitor. People will definitely smile in your face and look for ways to undermine you. That's just the nature of the business. So know what you're getting yourself into and have an overall goal and a plan of action. Number three, decide what kind of artist you want to be. It's very important to add specificity to your career. Are you a commercial actor, or do you want to be on a hit television show as a series regular? Do you want to write Oscar-winning screenplays or be the next Courtney Kemp? You have to make these decisions early on in your career so you know what steps you need to take in order to achieve that goal. In my opinion, commercials, television, films, these are all completely different art forms and different career paths. If you don't have a specific career path that you're chasing, you're not going to know which opportunities to say no to. You're just going to be out here doing whatever, and you don't want to just be out here doing whatever. That's how you get taken advantage of, and that's how you waste your time. Get specific, come up with a game plan to achieve your goal, and achieve it, because you can do it. Number four is train and study the business. Training is important because this business is small, and if you don't make a good first impression and you don't know what you're doing, you can come off as green. And this is how people take advantage of you. This is how you make a bad name for yourself in the business. So make sure you're training and you know what you're doing. People in Hollywood are very manipulative, and they're looking for any opportunity to take advantage of young, talented people. Whether that's to feed their ego, whether it's to save money, you want to be diligent and you want to be disciplined enough to know the business, know what you're doing, know your craft, and know your worth. And this goes for all art forms: directing, screenwriting, filmmaking, acting. Know your craft. Know what you're doing. Number five is do for self. Do not come to Hollywood thinking that things and opportunities are just going to be handed to you. Maybe so if you're other than. If you are this, opportunities are not going to come to you. You have to do for yourself, and you have to work 10 times harder than others. So in rare cases, opportunities might come to you out of nowhere, but for the most part, all the people that I know who are working are doing for self, and they're creating their own projects. Don't wait on Hollywood to give you opportunities. Every connection that I've made and every foot I've gotten in the door has been by me creating my own content and making opportunities for myself. Number six is network. Make sure you are networking. Most people mistake networking for leeching. You don't want to leech off of people and use people. You want to figure out, how do you add value to the next person? When you meet people in the industry, the first thing you should think about is, how can I serve them versus what can they do for me? I'm always trying to solve a problem. For example, if we're having a conversation and I ask you, hey, what are you working on right now? They might say, oh, I'm in pre-production for a film. I'm looking for X, Y, and Z. I might know X, Y, and Z. If they're looking for a gaffer, or if they're looking for an AD, I might have resources to provide for them. So now I'm being valuable to them versus, oh, what can you do for me? And if you genuinely build a connection with people, then they're more likely to help you out in the long run when they're in a position to do so. And also, networking could just be simply having a simple conversation that's unrelated to the business. A lot of times people don't like talking about the business all the time. Like, sometimes if I'm out, I don't want to talk about projects that I'm working on. I just want to talk about life. You know what I mean? So you want to actually build real connections with people. Don't just network for the sake of doing business. Oh yeah, we should work together, bro. Nah, like, ask me how my day was, bro. Like, maybe I was going through something today. You know what I mean? You can always build genuine connections with people, and the more personal relationships you have, the easier it is to get things done in the long run. And for the last one, I'm gonna give a 2 for 1. I'm gonna say, know your type and know your audience. Honestly, if you want to be successful in this business, all all you got to do is cater to a certain stereotype. If you're degrading and demeaning towards black people, they're like, oh, we love this. We're gonna greenlight this now. Nah, but on a serious note, know your audience, because it's super important to know when you're creating your own content who you're going to be marketing and distributing to. So yeah, this is the list that I put together. Hopefully it is of value to you. Coming soon, I have a course on how to get started as an independent filmmaker, so stay in tune for that link. And if you have any advice for people that's trying to get started in a business, put it in the comments below, man. Share your knowledge and wisdom. We want to hear from you. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. I'll holla at y'all later, inshallah.